So today we'll start new chapter, and the name of the chapter will be probability chapter 15, page number 295. So probability means what? So probability means chances of getting something. For example, that means everything in this earth, that means whatever we say, generally most of the things are probability. For example, for example, many of you have heard that your parents or maybe some elderly or even you also, you will be thinking that today evening there will be a rain. Have you ever said like this, that evening definitely there must be a rain? So many a times your elderly or someone has said that maybe tomorrow rain will come or maybe evening rain will come, but you have seen that rain may come or may not. Sometime it may come, but sometime it may not. So that is called the probability, means chances of getting something. Another example, you can say, for example, I'm tossing a coin. I'm tossing a coin and I'm asking you what will come, head or a tail. So you will say it will come head, or someone say tail, but nobody is sure that which will come. This is also a chance. What is the chance of getting head? What is the chance of getting tail? That we will be studying in this chapter, probability. Many more things, like someone ask you, like suppose tomorrow is a class, so someone ask you, oi, you will go tomorrow, you will go school tomorrow, so you will say that I'll see. That means you may go or you may not go, that is not 100% sure. You are willing to go, but suppose due to some reason, maybe you are not well, something is wrong with you, so can you go to school? You have said to your friend that I will go, but can you give 100% surety that yes, I will come? That is not possible always. Not possible. Maybe you are suffering from dysentery, or maybe you are suffering from fever or something or something. That means that is not 100%. It may be or may not be. That is called probability, chances. Chances. That means you will say that maybe I will go. Maybe means that is not 100%. Maybe I will go. That means you can't go also. Is it clear? like every family like every family, they used to take insurance, LIC, life insurance. Okay, so when we take life insurance, definitely your parents or maybe many children also, you will be having life insurance. So when you buy a life insurance, when you take a life insurance, maybe your parents or you, what whoever has been taken, so the one who is providing you this LIC, that means the agent, if you ask him what are the policy, so he will explain you, and then you will say that okay, if I invest 3 lakh rupees in LIC, how much I will get after maturity, that means there is a time period, there is a time period. So suppose after 15 years you have given 3 lakh rupees, not once, okay, quarterly or maybe monthly or maybe yearly, you are providing 3 lakh rupees for 15 years. After 15 years you will be getting, like suppose an example I am giving you, okay, suppose you will be getting 6 lakh rupees, an example I am giving you. So you are getting 6 lakh rupees. There is a benefit, there is a benefit of taking LIC. That's why people, they take LIC. Okay, we'll talk this afterwards, but before this LIC, so if you have taken 3 lakh rupees insurance, maybe whatever money monthly you are paying, or maybe quarterly or half yearly or maybe yearly, so after 15 years, you will be getting 6 lakh rupees. So I am an agent. I am telling you that you will get 6 lakh rupees. That this is not guarantee. This is not 100% sure. You may get less than that or more than that also. That means this is a probability. That means chances that you may get 6 lakh rupees. I can't say surety. That means 100% I can't say that you will get exactly 6 lakh rupees. No. You can get less than that or more than that. That means there is a chance of getting 6 lakh rupees. Are you getting my points? Now there is a benefit of LIC. What is that benefit? I don't know, many of you will be not knowing about this. So LIC, there is a benefit of taking LIC. Suppose I have taken an LIC, like suppose 3 lakh rupees, and after maturity I'll be getting around 6 lakh rupees. Now suppose today is whatever date. Let us suppose today is January 2020. Today is 1st January 2020. I have taken the insurance today for 3 lakh rupees. I'll not pay 3 lakh rupees today. Okay, I have to pay some amount. So that will be decided in the beginning before taking the policy, that I'll be paying monthly or yearly or quarterly or half yearly. Monthly means after every month you have to pay. Quarterly means after every 3 months you have to pay. Half yearly means in a year you have to pay 2 times, and yearly means you will pay once in a year. So suppose I have taken monthly, okay, monthly policy I have taken, and that costs 3 lakh rupees for me, and after maturity I'll be getting 6 lakh rupees. So LIC is Life Insurance Corporation. So I have taken LIC policy for 15 years and I have to pay 3 lakh rupees during this 15 years. Now suppose today 1st January 2020 I have taken a policy and I have taken for monthly basis. Okay, that means every month I will be paying some amount. So I have taken insurance today 1st January 2020. I have paid, I have got a receipt, that is called the premium receipt. So I got a premium receipt. Now after 15 years, if it gets mature, then I'll be getting around 6 lakh rupees. Okay, around 6 lakh rupees, not exactly 6 lakh, but around 6 lakh rupees. Now suppose due to some reason, I met with an accident and I am dead. Okay, after taking the insurance, maybe 10 days later or maybe 5 days later or maybe 1 month later or maybe 1 year later, I am dead. Maybe due to some disease or maybe due to accident or maybe any reason I am dead. Okay, so 15 years I need to pay 3 lakh rupees, and after maturity I will be getting 6 lakh. But if a person die before the time, after giving a single premium also, then the nominee will be getting the full amount. After maturity, whatever the amount should a person get, that money will be given to the nominee. Suppose I have taken 3 lakh money, that means 3 lakh premium. Today I have given first premium and after 5 days I am dead. So I have given that nominee to my wife. So after 5 days if I am dead, then my wife can claim this, and after 5 days, maybe it will take some more days, she has claimed that my husband is dead. So within 1 month or maybe 2 months, 3 months later, you will be, that means my wife will get 6 lakh rupees. That is the benefit of LIC. Is it clear to everyone? So everything in our day-to-day life are mainly probability. Like there is no guarantee at all. Like suppose today, now I am going to market. Is it possible that I will come alive? Is it guaranteed that after going to market I will come to my house alive? This is not 100%. That means there is a chance I can die also. That means I can meet road accident, or maybe there will be earthquake, or maybe there will be thunderstorm, or maybe lightning. Due to that I am dead. Okay, or maybe I will be dead. Is it clear? So that means everything is a probability. That means chances. Some are 100%. Some are 100%. That means yes, 100% it will happen. That are called sure. SURE, sure or certain. for example, that means there is a 100% chance of getting something. That is called sure or certain. CERTAIN, certain. Okay. For example, let us suppose that today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. I'll say that today is Sunday, tomorrow will be Monday. So today is Sunday, it's already mentioned. So today is Sunday, tomorrow will be Monday. So yes, 100%. If today is Sunday, then tomorrow will be definitely 100% tomorrow will be Monday. Yes or no? So that is a sure event, sure or certain. Now suppose another example. Suppose I am having a box. In that box, I am having a Chloromint chocolate, only Chloromint chocolate. Okay, a full box contain Chloromint chocolate. Now I will close my eyes, that means without looking into the box, I will close my eyes and without looking into the box, I will take out one chocolate. What is the chance of getting a Chloromint chocolate? 100%. 100%, we'll get 100% Chloromint chocolate because there is no other chocolate. Okay, so that is 100% chances. So that is called sure or certain event. Is it clear? Now suppose if I mix chocolate in the same box, I have put some Chloromint chocolate, I have put some mango chocolate, and I have put some orange chocolate, and then I have mixed it up. And after mixing, without looking into the box, I am taking a chocolate out. Now is it 100% chances that I will get a Chloromint chocolate? No. Mango chocolate? And then orange chocolate? No, no. So this is not 100%. That means this is not sure or certain. Now let's move to another example. Now suppose today whatever day is it is, or day or date or whatever. Let us assume that today is 1st January 2020. 1st January 2020, and today is my birthday. Okay, today is my birthday. Now today I am 20 years old. Today I am 20 years old. I am saying that tomorrow I will be 19 years old. Tomorrow I will be 19 years old. Are you getting my point or not? Today is 1st January 2020, and today is my birthday, and today I have completed my 20th birthday. That means 20 years. I am 20 years. Now tomorrow, I am talking about tomorrow, the coming tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow I will be 19 years old. So this is impossible. It cannot happen. Because as we are moving a day ahead, we are getting older. We will not reduce our age. So that means this is impossible. Now suppose I am tossing a coin. So when we toss a coin, we get two things. The things which we get are called the events. So when we toss a coin, we will be getting two things. That are called event. 1 minute. That are called events or outcomes. That means what are the things going to come. So this is either head or tail. I'll be getting either head or tail. Okay, if I toss a coin, everyone knows that if we toss a coin, we will be getting head or a tail. Okay, some will be thinking that, sir, coin to khada bhi ho sakta hai. These things happen in movie only. Okay, there is a very less chance of getting a straight coin. That is 1 out of 1 crore. Okay, 1 out of 1 crore. In 1 crore, if you toss 1 crore time a coin, then you are getting a chance of, that means 1 times you may get a chance that the coin will stand. That means this is a very rare case. Understood? So which is a very rare case, we ignore them. We ignore them. That means no, there is a no chance. Okay. So when we toss a coin, we will be getting two things, either head or tails. These are called outcomes or events. Now when we toss a coin, two things will come. That is called the total outcomes. Total outcomes. That means how many things are going to come? 1, 2. So these are two things. Two things are going to come. Now probability. Now just see, you will write this formula, okay? Write this formula, probability. Probability. Probability equals to number of favorable outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. So this is the formula. So probability equals to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. So if we need to find the probability, that means chances, like if I toss a coin, like suppose I am the one and there is one more person. So we are tossing the coin to see that who is going to win. So I'll say that what is the chance of that means I will win. What is the chance that I will win? Or what is the chance that another person will win? So that is a 50-50% chance. 50% chance. And that 50% can be converted, 50% can be converted into fraction, that is 50 by 100. So after cancellation you will be getting half. That means we can say that half chances or 50-50 chances, or you can say 50%. Is it clear? All are correct. Is it clear? Now let's move to our topic. Now probability means number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Now if the question comes, what is the probability? So we will be writing probability as P. If someone asks you what is the probability of getting head, so you will say that probability of, bracket means of, P we will write small p, oh sorry, capital P. So capital P in bracket. So this is read as probability of. If you want to write getting, you can write getting also. So probability of head. So probability of head. That means what is the chance of getting head? So remember that this is the formula. Probability means number of favorable outcomes. Favorable means we are talking about what? We are talking about what? So in this case we are talking about head. So you just see how many heads are there. 1. So we will be saying 1 by total number of outcomes. So total outcomes is 2. So this is the probability of getting head. Fine. Now next, probability of getting tail. So what is the probability of getting tail? So same way you can see that we are talking about tail. So how many tails are there? If we toss a coin, how many tails are there? 1. So we'll say that 1 by total number of outcomes. So total outcome is 2. So we'll be writing 2. That means the chance of getting head is half and the chance of getting tail is half. That means half plus half is 1. Is it clear? Now try to understand this. Now suppose I'm having a dice. Dice means you have seen Ludo, right? So that cube is known as the dice, or it is also known as die, D-I-E, die. So let us suppose that a die or a dice is thrown. So it's, if a die is thrown or a dice is thrown, that means our outcomes, you can write outcomes or you can write event, your choice. So I have written outcomes. Okay, this is another question. Now I have written outcome. So outcome is, when we throw a dice, what are the things going to come? Can I say that I will throw a dice and it will come 1? Is it possible? No. If I throw a dice, is it sure that 1 will come? No. It may come 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anything it can come. So I can write that the outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6. These are the outcomes. Total outcomes. So total outcomes. Total outcomes. So total outcomes, you can see there is 6. Okay. Now my question is, what is the probability of getting 2? Now here the question is, what is the probability of getting 2? Always you will write the formula, number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. After the formula, you can see that how many 2's are here? 1. So we will be saying 1 by and total outcome. So total number of outcomes. So total outcome is 6. So the chances of getting 2 is 1 by 6. Is it clear? Now suppose if I ask you what is the probability of getting even number? Even number. What is the probability of getting even number? So you have to think nicely, which are the even number? So 2, 4 and 6. That means 2, 4 and 6. There are 3 numbers. Are you getting it or not? So we will be writing 3 by total is 6. Now if we cancel this one, we will be writing 1 by 2. And always remember that if a number can be cancelled, cancel it. Write it in the simplest form. Don't write it 3 by 6. Cancel it and then write it. Okay. Now suppose my question is probability of getting a prime number. Prime number. Now prime number means what? Prime number means the number which is divisible by 1 or itself. Number which is divisible by 1 and itself. So this is the that means definition given in the book, but I want to change this little bit. I have already teach you in chapter 1. Again I am telling you what is the definition. So remember that prime number means, we will say that the number which have exactly 2 factors. The numbers which have exactly 2 factors. Only 2 factors it should have. If it have 1, it is not accepted. If it have more than 2, that is also not accepted for a prime number. That means that number should be divisible by only 2 number, 1 and itself. Okay. So you can see that this 1 is divisible by only 1. So this is not a prime number. 2 is divisible by 1 and 2. So that means 2 is the prime number. 3 is divisible by 1 and 3. That means 3 is also a prime number. 4 is divisible by 1, 2 and 4. Remember that if a number have more than 2 factors, then they are known as composite number. Composite number. You have to remember all these things, because in exam they may ask you what is the probability of getting a composite number. So you have to understand nicely definition. What are the definitions? Okay. So 4 is a composite number. 5 is divisible by 1 and 5. So 5 is also a prime number. Now 6 is divisible by 1, 2, 3 and 6. That means it has more than 2 factors. This is also a composite number. So the prime numbers are 2, 3 and 5. That means the probability will be 3 by 6. Any doubt? Now same question, if I ask you probability of getting a composite number, I am writing it short, okay, composite number. So probability of getting a composite number. So you can see composite numbers are 4 and 6, because these 2 numbers have more than 2 factors. So we will be saying that 2 numbers are there, 4 and 6. So we will be saying 2 by 6. So 2 by 6 can be cancelled, we can write 1 by 3. And this one also you have to cancel it. Already I told you that it has to be written in simplest form. So this is 1 by 2. Okay. So these are composite number and prime number. Now suppose Suppose I'm asking you here in this question, dice question. I'm asking you what is the probability of getting red ball? What is the probability of getting a red ball? So when you will throw a dice, you will be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Will you be getting a red ball? No. So number of favorable outcomes. Here red ball is 0. So 0 by 6 equals to 0. So when you don't have a probability of anything, that means you can't find that, it is not possible, then we say that that thing is known as impossible event. It cannot happen. Okay? Is it clear? When we say that cannot happen, that is known as impossible. And impossible means 0. Probability will be 0. Okay? Okay? Now, if I say that what is the probability of getting a number less than 7. Now the question is, what is the probability of getting a number less than 7? So how many numbers are there which are less than 7? So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the numbers are smaller. So we'll be saying that equals to 6. Favorable outcomes will be 6 divided by total is 6 equals to 1. So that is 100% chance. So whenever it is a 100% chance, it is known as, I told you a few minutes before, sure or certain, sure or certain. And the value, the probability of sure or certain is known as, that means that is equal to always 1. Okay? Okay? Now suppose, now I am moving to this question, first question, okay, that head one. When I toss a coin, I will be getting a head or a tail. Total outcome is 2. Now my question is probability of not getting head, not getting head. I'm right. So not getting head, that means you should not get head. You should not have head. Sorry, you should not have head. So we will not have head, but we can have tail. We should not have head. We should have tail. Is it clear? So we can say that that is 1 by 2. That means tail is 1 and total is 2. So we will be having probability of not getting head is 1 by 2. Now leave this one. Now think another one. Probability of head. I am writing it over here. Half. Now my question is probability of not head. Not head is written this way. Okay, we'll put a bar over the things. That means if you want to write in sentence, you can write in sentence, but if you want to write this way, you can write this way also. Okay, so probability of not getting head equals to, there is another way to represent this one. Instead of writing directly this way, we can represent this way also. Probability of not getting head equals to 1 minus probability of head. हेड नहीं आने का चांसेस क्या होगा? 1 तो टोटल होता है, 1 तो टोटल होता है, तो टोटल में से जो हेड का चांसेस है उसको माइनस कर दो. दैट मीन्स प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ नॉट गेटिंग हेड इक्वल्स टू 1 माइनस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ हेड. सो इक्वल्स टू 1 minus probability of head is 1 by 2. Now if you take the LCM, you will be having 2 minus 1 equals to 1 by 2. So this is your answer. That means indirectly we will be getting half only. Is it clear? Now we will be thinking of first one. Okay, now this case. Now you can see that here events are head and tail. That means these are the only outcomes. These are called the elementary events. Okay, that means the things which are present, that are known as the elementary events. That means head and tail are the elementary events. Here in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this all are the elementary events. Okay. Now probability of head in first case, I am talking about first case. Okay. Probability of head is half, probability of tail is also half. That means I have taken both the events. That means head was there, tail was there. So I have taken head as well as tail. So remember that the sum of the probability of all the elementary event, that means head plus probability of tail. Okay, the sum of probability of all the elementary event, that means probability of head, probability of tail, will be always 1. That will be always equal to 1. That means this is half plus half. That means probability of head is half plus probability of tail is also half. So half plus half is 1. Is it clear? That means probability of all the elementary event is always 1. Okay, so right. Now and one more thing, always remember that probability cannot be less than 0. Probability cannot be less than 0. Okay, it can be 0, but it cannot be less than 0. Is it clear? That means you will be never having a probability with a negative sign. Less than 0 means minus. So you will never get a probability with minus sign. Is it clear? So write note. You have written the formula. After writing the formula, then you will write note. So first one, probability of event. Event means any event. Okay, probability of event cannot be negative. The probability of an event cannot be negative. The probability of an event cannot be negative. In bracket you write that is, i.e. that is less than 0. Is it clear? The probability of an event cannot be negative. That is less than 0. Next you write number 2. The probability of an event cannot be more than 1. The probability of an event cannot be more than 1. It cannot be more than 1. You can have 1, but it cannot be more than 1. Is it clear? That means after dividing a number, you can have 1, but you can never have more than 1. That means 1.2, 1.1, 7.2. You will never have like this probability. So first one you have written the probability of an event cannot be negative. Number 2, the probability of an event cannot be more than 1. Third number, the sum of the probability, the sum SUM, the sum of the probability of all the elementary event, EL, the sum of the sum of probability of all the elementary event is always 1. Now one simple question to everyone, you think nicely and then answer. Okay, you think nicely. So you can pause your video and then you can think. My question is, in exam if it comes, what is a probability? probability of an event. If the question comes for 1 marks, what is the probability of an event? Then what you will write? Think nicely, pause your video and think. Once you will understand, that means what is your answer, then you play the video. Okay. So the answer of this will be, if the question comes what is probability, then you can say number of, that means probability equals to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. This will be your answer. You will get full marks. But if the question comes what is the probability of an event, then you will write this. The probability of an event can be 0 or more than 0, but equal to 1 or less than 1. That means the probability of 0 is less than or equal to 1 or more than or equal to 0. That means it can be 0 or more than 0, or it can be 1 or less than 1. That will be the correct answer. Is it clear? So I am repeating once again. If you can't write this definition, then pause and then write it again. Okay. So the definition will be, question is what is the probability of an event? So answer will be, the probability of an event, is more than or equal to 0, but less than or equal to 1. This is the probability of an event. So this can be represented in symbol also. So you can write fourth point as this way. Now try to understand. When we say probability of event, so this is probability of event. Okay, so probability of event. So probability of event is less than or equal to 1. This is the symbol of less than. That means this probability, oh sorry, my mistake. Probability of event. Okay. Probability of, so probability of event, this is less than or equal to 1. Probability of event is less than, and this is called the equal to. Okay, so symbolically we can represent this way. Probability of an event is less than or equal to 1, but more than or equal to 0. So this is the fourth point. That means this way you will write, probability of an event is greater than or equal to 0, but less than or equal to 1. So this way we will represent fourth point. Okay. Now fifth point. I am writing it over here. Fifth point, probability of an event. Already I have told you that probability of head. So instead of head, I'll be writing event. That means it is possible for all the events. Okay, not for head and tail only. Okay, so probability of event, instead of head I'll be telling event. So probability of event equals to 1 minus probability of not event. Is it clear? Probability of event equals to 1 minus probability of not event. This can be also written this way. Now this number, if I bring it over here, can I say that, you can write next line. Okay, this is first way you can write. Second, probability of event plus probability of not event equals to 1. Is it clear? This one will come here, it will become plus. So probability of event plus probability of not event equals to 1. First one was probability of event equals to 1 minus probability of not event. Now same way, here we have taken probability of event. Now we can take third one as probability of not event equals to 1 minus probability of event. Is it clear? So from 1 we can get all the 3. Is it clear to everyone? So write this formula and remember it. Now let's move to our exercise. Come to exercise 15.1, page number 308. Use your pencil to write in your book. So question is, number 1. Complete the following statement. Part 1. Probability of an event plus probability of not event equals to 1. Just now we have studied. Probability of an event plus probability of not event equals to 1. Next, the probability of an event that cannot happen is, that will never come, 0. So the probability of an event that cannot happen is 0. Such an event is called impossible. Such an event is called impossible. Number 3, the probability of an event that is certain to happen is, that means it will happen, 100% it will happen, so that is 1. Such an event is called sure or certain. Sure or certain. Number 4, the sum of the probability of all the elementary event of an experiment is 1. Now next, the probability of an event is greater than or equal to 0, but less than or equal to 1. That's all. Now come to number 4. Rest of the question we will do next class. So number 4, which of the following cannot be the probability of an event? So already I told you that event cannot be negative or more than 1. So here you can see number B is in negative. So this cannot happen. 2 by 3 it's okay. 15% can be written as 15 by 100. So when you will divide, you will be getting 0.15. And D is already 0.7. So this all lie between 0 to 1. So that means okay. But B is minus 1.5. That means this is not possible. Okay. If there is no negative sign also, still B is wrong because it is more than 1. So your answer will be number B, minus 1.5. If there is no minus, still it will be B because it is 1.5 more than 1. Okay. So that's all for today's class. Thank you.